After taking a convincing win at Blyton Park at the last Javelin sprint, we're back for another one-off round here at the mini Nürburgring, Cadwell Park. Last year my best overall result came at this track, so I'm hoping to replicate last year and try and beat a lot of much more powerful cars than my 105 bhp Yaris T-Sport, and also hoping to try and beat last year's personal best. Hannah's also competing in my Swift Sport, hoping to take another victory in the J14 class. But how well will either of us get on? Well, let's get to the track and find out.
Hello YouTube and welcome back to another video where today you join us at a very windy Cadwell Park, once again back out in the Yaris. So we're here for another sprint series. I know I said I'd only do Blyton Park, but here we are, Cadwell Park. So last year was actually our best result ever overall, managing to get to the 139s. Do I think I'll get there this year? I'm not too sure. It's exactly the same setup as we had at Blyton Park. So we've got the same tyres and same brakes as last year. Obviously we did 2 seconds faster than Blyton last year, but I was a lot more confident in the car. And I remember last year I did pretty much just absolutely send it. So it's going to be interesting to see how it goes, but that's what we're here for. We just see, well, I mean, last year we didn't win, and the only place that we haven't won a sprint is at Cadwell. So trying to repay the losses of last year. Yeah, unfortunately, I just couldn't beat Tom in his mini. That mini is just far too quick for me to beat. So, well, the Yaris is in this spec, but we'll get onto that a bit later. So yeah, so this year we've got NX5 that we had from Blyton. We obviously beat by 3.5 seconds, so we're hoping that we can beat it again today and hopefully take home a first place trophy for Cadwell Park. That's the main aim for today. We've also got Hannah as well in the Suzuki Swift. So she's taking on 4 other cars. So that's going to be pretty exciting. I think the Micra and the Renault Sport Twingo are the ones to look out for, as well as the Swift in that class. So that's going to be an exciting watch. And yeah, there's not really much to say. Obviously, 1 practice run, 6 time runs. Start from Hall's Bend, end just before the mountain. So yeah, it's going to be a fun day. And yeah, we'll see you in the car.
So here we are then on the untimed practice run, and just quickly while we're here, if you're unsure how one of these Javelin sprint series works, you get 1 untimed practice run followed by 6 timed runs throughout the day, and your quickest out of the timed runs is the one that you put forward to see if you win in your class / where you come overall out of everybody who's taken part. So here we are on the practice run, and because it's untimed and because it's quite windy throughout the day, I decided to take it quite slowly. I don't want to crash like I did in Alton on the practice run, and I know exactly how to drive the car like last year as well, but unfortunately I take this mentality into run number 1 as well. I take it really slowly, as you see I brake then coming up Cascades and do a lot more braking coming into Charlie's 1 than what I should be, and unfortunately that does actually cost me quite a bit of time, as our first time comes in at a 1:43.27, still 3 seconds quicker than the Unos Roadster, but I'm about 3 seconds off my fastest time from last year. But let's see if I can take that mentality coming into run number 2, or we decide to actually start driving quickly. Coming through park, then braking nice and late. Could probably brake a little bit later, as I was doing that last year, but we do get through the corner nicely. Coming up to Gooseneck then. Stick on the right hand side a little bit as we can afford to minimise the track distance, as our car isn't quite as powerful as some of the other cars here, so there's no need to run it out wide straight away. Get through Gooseneck then nicely and coming down the mountain to the final corner. Brake nice and late. Let the rear end try and correct itself as it's trying to get a bit loose, but we're coming up to the finish line and let's see what time we get. And we get a 1:41.4, so we've definitely improved over the first run, but we're still about 1.5 seconds off last year's time. But we're about 5 seconds then ahead of the Unos Roadster, so we're pretty confident that we're going to win our class, and our overall position coming in at 47th out of 80 at the moment. But let's catch up with Hannah and see how she's getting on in the Swift as we catch up to her on run number 2 coming through Gooseneck. It doesn't look like she's quite as committed as me at the minute, but she's still getting used to the car, as this is only the second time she's driven this car on Cadwell Park. But she comes through the final corner then coming down to the finish line, and let's see what time she gets. Well, Hannah pulls in a 1:47.6, and she's 1.5 seconds faster than James in his Nissan Micra, so she's doing very well at the minute to keep her first place in class. She's currently 67th out of 80th overall, even beating our GR Yaris at the minute, so both of us looking pretty good for a first in class.
Right guys, that's the first 2 time runs done and the practice run done. Yeah, I was a bit of a wimp on the practice run and the first time run. The practice run, yeah, I think it's because of Alton. I think the practice runs now I'm starting to learn that it is a practice run. It's not, you know, a full-on blown out timed lap. But yeah, the first time run I was a bit wary about. The weather is a lot better now, so on the second run I was a bit braver, especially coming up Coppice. Yeah, definitely a lot better. I didn't brake for that one. I think I was still being a bit of a wimp coming into Charlie's. First section of the track I'm fine with. I think on the second time run I did go a bit late coming into the hairpin. Braked a bit late. But yeah, no, it's overall so good. 141.4, so about 1.4 seconds off last year's time. But again, I just don't think these tyres have got it in it. I don't think the 39 will be beatable, but I believe that 40 is definitely on. So yeah, so I think there's one more time to run before lunch. A lot of stoppages, which is also really annoying. It's definitely putting you off the game a little bit. Blyton, I think you're in and out, winning with 40 minutes per after each run, before the next run. And this is about an hour 20 minutes before each run, so it's a bit annoying. The car definitely cools down a lot more. But yeah, it was similar to last year, but we did manage to get 6 runs in then. Yeah, this year it's just a bit, there's a lot of stoppages, which is really frustrating. But 2 runs down, 4 to go, but possibly 3. So yeah, let's try not be a wimp anymore. Let's try and get that 40, possibly 39 would be nice, but I don't think it'll be happening. But yeah, let's go and get it.
And if we pick up the action on run number 3, just after Hall's Bend for both myself and Hannah, you'll see we've both improved our times. If we look at Hannah's time first, coming in with a 147.5, improving by over 2 tenths. But the big story in the J14 side of things is Tom in his MX-5 is starting to bring his time really down now, and he looks like he's going to be wanting to chase Hannah for that first in class. Now for the J13 side of things, I've improved my time by over a second, getting a 140.3, very close to that 39-second lap time, but we're still far clear of the Unos Roadster then, as he's coming in with a 145.8. We've still got 3 more runs to go, but let's have a quick half-time debrief back outside the car.
Right guys, there's 3 runs done. We're now on lunch. Like I said in the last little clip, we are starting to get a lot more committed. As you can see though, the wind is still picking up. We are about 3-4 tenths off our last year's time. I was a lot more committed on that last run. The temperature's there, the grip's there. Whether the wind's slowing me down on the straights or not, I don't know. But yeah, no, I'm happy with the little Yaris, to be fair. Like I say, I'm still on the last season's old tyres, so the amount of heat cycles that these tyres have been through now, and the brakes as well, have improved by about 3 seconds over the day. Hannah's winning in her class in the Swift by about 1.5 seconds, 1.6, I'm not too sure what it is, but it's quite a gap anyway compared to Blyton. So yeah, looking good for the RB Racing fleet of cars. 45th overall, I think I am. So not quite the 42nd I think I was last year. I think 42nd, but yeah, 45th. It's still really up there. I think that's still the second best overall result that I've got. So yeah, it's looking really, really good. Yeah, let's get to run number 4 and let's just see how that one goes.
And if you're enjoying the video, please consider giving the video a like and subscribing the channel to see more content like this. It's completely free and would mean a lot to help grow the channel. But let's go see the runs from the second half of the day. And if we get to the highlights of run number 4 and run number 5, if we have a look at my times first, we'll see at run number 4, I actually managed to beat my PB from last year, coming in with a 139.7. So I'm very happy with that. Unfortunately, didn't quite go as quick in run number 5. Now, of course, I'm not going to show you the full lap yet because we actually do manage to go quicker. And if we look at Hannah's times then, she continuously improves throughout her run 4 and her run 5, actually managing to get into the 146.7s then. So she's continuously improving throughout the day. But it's not until run number 6 where either of us managed to get our fastest lap. So I'm going to leave you with my run number 6. and indeed it did feel quick, coming in with a 1:39.46, beating my last year's PB by about 0.4 of a second. So really happy with that result, coming first in class and coming 46th overall out of 80 cars out on the track, managing to get 6th overall out of 12 in the Toyota overall as well. But how did Hannah get on in her final run? Well, Hannah comes in with a 1:46.24, winning her class by about 2 seconds over Tom in his MX-5. So also doing it really well in her class and coming about 67th overall. And if you want to see Hannah's full lap, I will leave it in the description below. But of course, there's only one more thing to do, and that's go and collect our trophies.
The runner-all in the MX-5 is Tom Killingsworth, and the winner in the Swift is Hannah Ballard.
Not catch you. Go on there.
Oh, hell no, man.
Right then, YouTube, there we go. That is the day done. Ended up going fastest on our final lap, and of course, as you could probably see right behind me, grabbing a first in class for the first time at Cadwell. Also, we missed out last year against the against the Mini in the J11 class, but this time in the J13 class we won by about just over 5 seconds, I believe. So it's yeah, it's really nice to be able to actually beat my time from last year. I didn't actually think it'd be possible today, but it ended up being possible. I ended up beating it twice. Did a 39.7 and then a 39.4 on that for last run. I said to myself I was just going to send it on that final run, and I did. I just absolutely sent it. And there's the time. Maybe there's a tiny bit more time in it, but I honestly don't think there's much more time at all to find in this car around this track. So that leaves us with the question then, what's going to happen with it? Well, we've got some major upgrades planned for it. We've already got a licensed flywheel for it. We've got a stronger clutch. We're going to get some 4-pot brakes on it. We're going to polybush it. We're going to do the lot. We're going to do a lot. No real power upgrades yet, maybe. But for now, it's gonna well, drive a lot better with a licensed flywheel. It's definitely going to use that 105 horsepower much more than what it is currently. And yeah, obviously big brakes. It's going to stop better. It's going to handle better being polybushed. Going to remove some more weight from it. Definitely going to remove the AC unit, things like that. So should save some more power, maybe. Well, so should save some weight. Hopefully give it a bit more power, but we'll see. Well, I don't know what the next video is going to be. It's probably going to be Anglesey. If you obviously haven't watched the Silverstone video, you'll know that the Mazda engine blew up. And yeah, who knows what we're going to be racing at Anglesey. But we are racing at Anglesey. We're doing 2 races. We're doing the 45-minute road sports, and we're doing a 2-hour club enduro race. That should be a fun one. Oh yeah, of course, Hannah won her class as well. So yeah, she did really well. There was only 4 in the class eventually. But yeah, I think she was 4/10 off the actual class lap record. So she did really well in the Swift. Yeah, thank you very much for watching YouTube. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you in the next video.